Hey, this is Anna from the Faithful Dove, and I've been getting a lot of downloads lately, especially about my own life. But this one I really wanted to share because I know a few people going through the same thing I'm going through. And basically, I had a relationship with a really great guy, and I still believe he's really great. But then suddenly he got too busy, he stopped talking to me, he would randomly talk to me. Then finally, after 3 weeks, he invited me over, and I say, okay, but if this stuff is going to continue to go on where you're not keeping in contact with me, then no, I don't want to. Well, he convinced me that things would be better, and I went down there. We got intimate. Nothing. It's just been a couple sentences here and there on text since and a couple phone calls. So that left me going, just as we all do when what happened? What happened? There was nothing in particular that I could think of that I did or that he reacted that separated us, right? But I mean, his excuses are work, his excuses are being busy, his excuses are, and when I called him out, I like totally flipped out on him about it recently, and he basically was like, well, and I'm stressed from life and work, and I go hiking, and that makes me feel better. I'm like, you are escaping. If you're going to hiking to solve your problems, that'd be one thing, but you're escaping. Well, anyways, regarding our relationship, I couldn't figure out what the heck happened. So I said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna ask God because I'm gonna go above his head since he won't tell me. And I don't search these things. I just prayed, and suddenly I was on YouTube. Narcissists and empath. Why narcissists are attracted to empaths. The signs of it and how to handle it. And I thought, okay, that doesn't really sound like him. I mean, we really care about each other. He's hasn't treated me bad. He's not manipulative of me, so that can't be him. But then I kept getting these downloads about narcissists, so I wanted to know more, and I go on there, and Lisa A. Romano pops up. She's a breakthrough life coach who has had several experiences with different types of narcissists, and her videos are long, so watch them in pieces if you need to, but you gotta watch certain of her videos because it'll help you understand. As we all do, when something random happens and we can't figure out why, we question. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, if you can't figure out what happened to your relationship or your friendship, whatever it is, then it's not you. Not that you've never done anything wrong. It's not you. Because natural people, regular people will tell you. Like if you messed up and they wanted to dump you, they would tell you. So, um, after watching her, after getting the downloads and watching her, I'm starting to understand that what I understood about narcissists was pretty crisp and blunt. And there are more subtle things and more subtle narcissists. Um, Narcissists, all of them, most of them, usually have some trauma that happens, usually in their younger life or their childhood. That doesn't give them an excuse to treat anybody bad, but they feel entitled and they exploit situations and the people closest to them. Um, so let me read what I got in the download. I texted to myself because if right now with carpal tunnel syndrome, you would not be able to read it. Says narcissists blame, confuse, and twist things around. But the very subtle narcissist, it's hard to tell because they're not really abusive in any manner. There's no like really blunt signs, but suddenly you just don't know what's going on. And like when you talk to someone that's a subtle narcissist and they basically, about their behavior, uh, they either agree with you, promise to do better, or you get mad at them because they were supposed to spend time with you, said they were busy with work, and you find them sending you pictures or posting pictures of them out hiking on a Friday. So they're not busy with work, and they're just choosing not to spend time with you. But when you call them on it, it's, well, I'm very stressed and I'm very busy at work and I got things on my mind and I go hiking to do that. Ah, da, 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 da. It's all about them. No apologetic. Haven't seen them in weeks, but no apology whatsoever. So, and they make you feel like, and what are you going to say to that? It's like they make everything even wrong sound right. Okay. Do you, I had another person who quit a job, was living with me, quit a job, and said, I think he worked there like 3 days, and his brother had passed away, and he says, now I went in there after taking off for my brother, and they wrote me up and shortened my hours because they said that I did not fill out a form. Okay, and that was my punishment. And then he looks at me and he says, not the same guy. But he looks at me and he says, do you really want me to work at a place like that? Because I'll go back. Narcissist. Right there. Spoke to me in a way that I'm not going to say, yeah, go back to a crappy place. Give me just a moment here. Stuff like that. It's subtle. It works your emotions and you don't even know it. Like, you become this person because you've been yo-yoed back and forth, manipulated and twisted, even in a gentle manner, that suddenly, if they say the world is, the sky is purple, say, or the world is exploding, what you know about it, suddenly you're questioning. You're saying, oh, well, maybe he's right. Okay. They do this because if they can keep you confused, then they got control of you. Okay. And even when you stand up for yourself, you still feel like total doo doo and questioning yourself. You still deep down inside have lost yourself. So it's important to know that they also begin an intermediate. They'll build you up and tear you down, build you up and tear you down. And it's not always calling you names or abusing you or mentally. Well, technically it is mentally abusing you, but it's not your standard. This is abuse and this is not. It's like it's questionable. But they'll begin love bombing you. Oh, you're so amazing. Starts out, you're so amazing. You're so beautiful. I love you so much. I want to be with you forever. They put you on a pedestal. And then all of a sudden, why are you doing this to me? They say. This is about me. Me, 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 me. What you're doing to me, it all turns in to be about them. They could say something or do something that hurts your feelings, but they have a way they can turn it around and make you feel like you hurt their feelings or that they did it because you hurt their feelings. And you know that all that's wrong, but you're so, it's like having an emotional seizure because you're so shaken up and so confused that you can't even respond. And I call it similar also to having pneumonia and you can't function. You don't have the energy anymore. So they have the ability to make you think that they're thinking of you and everything that they're doing is for you, but yet if you really step back, it all ends up to be them. Um oh, their life is always worse than yours. There's nothing that you can do to, but if you call them out on it, it's like I never said that. Or, yeah, I know your life is pretty rough right now. Narcissists often skip over your feelings and go straight into theirs, or they slightly acknowledge your feelings and then twist it and turn it back. If you listen, you're going to see that. Oh, well, I'm sorry that you're having a rough day, blah, 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 blah. Or I'm sorry that I did that to you, but you know. So then when they ghost you, you're like, what the? I didn't, where? I don't get it. They keep you confused. I don't want to go too far into this because the only details that really matter about the narcissist is that they love bomb you, make you feel good about yourself, but they're not doing it because they really think you're beautiful. They're doing it because they need to keep you so that they can feel in control. And you'll have what's called the honeymoon phases where things are going great, and then you'll have the ghosting and bad phases. But these happen so often that it's like feeling like you're constantly having a seizure. And you're so emotionally worn down and so physically worn down that you just can't deal with it. Like you just don't have any energy to deal with it. I can't stand up for myself because, I'm in an emotional seizure right now. I can't stand up for myself because I don't have the energy to do that. It's like they suck the life out of you and then they infuse you with it again by saying, "Oh, baby, you're so hot, baby. You're so beautiful. I love you so much. You're such a good person. I love the way you do this and that. I love how determined you are in life. All these different things." Okay. And here's the thing. While they're doing this, until you're out of it, you don't even realize what's happening to yourself. Okay? You don't, it's not like you look back one day and say, "Holy, who am I? What happened to me?" As long as you're dealing with this person, you're oblivious. You're asking, what could I do to make things better? You're thinking, okay, what did I do? Okay, how can I make this better? I need to do this. I need to do that. I just need to, even things like, okay, I know that I shouldn't text him too much and I should give him his freedom. I just, I don't know what to do. I could maybe do this or maybe do that. And it always ends up, if you think about it, whatever you're thinking about always ends up contributing to it, helping them, enabling them. Okay? Because if you say you're texting and texting and texting, well, remember we said in the dopamine reward loop why they won't text you back is because they're getting their dopamine level raised by you texting them because these people they don't care if it's good or bad text, it's filling them up. Okay, when they don't answer you back, it's dropping you down. And so you often feel like you still love this person, you can't leave this person even if you've broken up, you're not ready to block them, but yet they're sending you texts that are just so incredibly harmful. You know, it's like their texts are, "Why are you doing this to me? You are the one that needs to change, and you didn't even bother changing. You've been very selfish," and things in regards to that. And of course, your natural response is to want to defend yourself. Like, what do you mean? It takes two to have a relationship. But they get you so confused. And then they're like almost in the same conversation. You know how much I love you and want to be with you. And then back to, if you'd only do this, okay? That's not what the way to work a relationship out. That's the way to manipulate someone. And when you've been manipulated so much, it's like, like you're in between going, you broke up with him finally, so you're in between going, yeah, I did this wrong, but he did this wrong, and he needs to not be speaking to me that way, but I can't stop texting him. I can't block him. I can't block her because I still love them. What you're feeling, I'm not saying you don't love each other, but a narcissist way to love is not a good way. And it's not healthy and it's toxic. So you need to remember and you need to ask yourself, even if he does love me, even if she does love me, I'm a shell of a person now and I need time to heal. Okay? We're not together anymore and this person is still texting me as if we're together. Okay? So they can't lose control. The narcissist cannot lose control. And when they do, they will do anything to get that power back. They will beg, they will plead, they will borrow, they will say they'll do anything for you. They will love bomb you. They will try building you up. They will tear you down. They will go through the angry phase. They will go off on you. They might be abusive towards you in one way or another. But there are also the ones who are more subtle, who you just don't recognize. And I don't know that some people realize that they are a narcissist. To them, there's nothing that they can do that's wrong. I have to do this. I have to spend my weekends hiking instead of spending it with you, and I have to spend my works weekend because I'm so stressed. Me, 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 me. So think about that. Look over your texts with this person. If anything gets you back into reality, look over your texts. It's all about them. It's like, oh, here's a love message, and then 2 seconds later, but you did this and you did that, and if you would just do what I told you, if you would just do this, or if you would just do that, and you need to change, okay? The biggest thing is if you're sitting here like I was going, what happened? That's what happened. That's what they do. They're all intense on you, loving on you, and then when it comes time to get serious, and then they're back to loving on you, then they're back to being mean. I bet you there's not a day goes by in a narcissist's life when they don't say the words, yes, I understand and I agree with you, but. You know, my parents taught me when you put but in the middle of a sentence, it changes it. It's not a sincere apology. It's not a sincere agreement. It's I'm using these words, but you are the one with the problem type of conflict. Okay? So, look up Lisa A. Romano. It's how to out-silence a narcissist who uses the silent treatment on you to control you. That is the one I found to be the most helpful, and she really shares some life experiences. I feel so empathetic for her because she's been through quite a bit, and she decided to write a book and become a breakthrough life coach, and I think she's absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to put the link in the description box, and like I said, it's long. You're going to have to take a little bit at a time if you're busy, and that's also why I shorten my videos, because I realize you guys don't have time for long ones, but this one was important, okay? Alright, love you guys. Take care. Bye.